What's up guys, back with another but brief product review. And I'm sorry for doing so many of these, but probably the number one requested videos that I get from you guys honestly are product reviews, and this is one of many things that have been asked for you guys to check out. This company also graciously sent this thing out to me. It is a very obscure, very weird looking device. It is the Isokinator by Cobell Research. And believe it or not guys, I am somewhat selective on what I want to review, and since going down this kind of deep dive into isometrics, doing a lot of experimentation, I probably would never have been interested in something like this. So when I kind of looked at this at first glance, it really reminded me of like that face hugger from the movie Aliens. This product is hand assembled in Germany from Cobell Research, which has a long history and well-respected history in the realm of fitness related products. They were the ones who actually invented the original Bullworker or Tensilator back in 1964. They since sold the rights to the Bullworker company that you guys see now. The owner, Cliff Cobell, who I've had some correspondence with, was gracious enough again to send me this product and gave me a lot of background information. Very passionate about their product and also their brand and how they were the originators and what we kind of see as modern day isometric training. Now, some of you guys already know this, but if you actually look into their company, they are a very German company, and I can say that with a lot of German in me. If you guys go through their media, their materials, their website, they have a whole special documentary on this Isokinator. It is very German, to say the least, and I'll just say that again, all due respect. It's handcrafted in Germany. This thing has a lot of detail in its manuals and the way it's really put together. You can see there's a lot of attention to detail in this thing. They've essentially said this thing is indestructible. It's built to last, has a 20-year warranty. They even say you can put this thing in the dishwasher to actually clean the thing. But like I said, with my correspondence with Cliff Cobell, they are very exact and thorough on how you should really use this product based on their manual. I understand that some of you guys, if you look at their products and what they're kind of saying and maybe the science behind it, you might find some questionable just thoughts going through your head. Again, keep in mind there's a cultural difference here with kind of like the European mindset and also the American mindset approaching these types of devices. Now, they do kind of promise a lot through this small little package, and if you're first looking at it, if it's not too clear of what you do, you essentially contract your muscles having opposing force, and there's these two little balls. You guys can insert your joke if you guys want to, that you can adjust the tension. They have various different models, various different strength settings. This thing can become no joke, but basically this is kind of like a feedback gauge with you and the machine, so that if it's somewhat easy, the balls go outside that reference point of the two dots. If it's too hard, they go beyond, they go inside that two dots. And basically you want to find a tension that you want to maintain throughout the range of motion and exercises in their manual, where the balls kind of stay right within that reference point. Now, I for sure definitely broke the rules on how to use this, but I will say, and I'm somewhat really surprised, if you do follow exactly what the manual says and how to use the exercises, which admittedly do look a little weird, you do definitely feel this in all the right spots. Like I said, there's different models, but this thing is certainly not cheap, and I'm sure many people, this will just shun people away right away. I know there's a lot of you guys though who do have this thing. With that being said though, it is built like a tank. I've said this thing is essentially built to last or indestructible from German engineering. Sure, maybe the biggest criticism I'm sure they receive is, why can't you just use like a towel or maybe even like the Isobow I just reviewed? And I kind of wrote to him again. He got a really good, passionate, detailed response back to me, but he just said essentially that long and short of it is you don't get this kind of feedback, and this feedback is basically everything to get the most out of this type of exercise device and these kind of series of exercises. Now, whether that's worth it to you in the total cost, I will say there's definitely some merit to that. When I don't have this gauge, I don't feel myself pushing as hard as I want to. Plus, they do give you like a little training manual. I don't know if you're really going to follow that to a T or not. Plus the training log and diary, but there is a good level of just progression in simply kind of using and logging your numbers on this device. Now, as far as me and using this thing, I'm in a weird spot, and I'm very grateful for all these tools that are kind of coming my way, most of which, again, were you guys kind of recommending to me to check out. And since, like I said, playing kind of mad scientist with my training, creating this kind of a blend of slotting bench training with kind of, now I'm going into like one set variable resistance, using the X3, and then incorporating the isometrics. I will say when it comes to the isometrics part of it, I'm gravitating more towards simplistic, easy to administer devices, much like this IsoFlow, and then honestly, this Isokinator. I don't know if I would have paid this much amount of money for it, but if I kept going on and I was really passionate, I had the extra money to spend, I could see myself doing that. All I'm gonna say though is that I have been just gravitating, grabbing this towards the end of my workouts when I get into my isometric work. But if you guys are interested and do want to pick one of these things up, I'll put a link down in the description box. Greatly helps support me and the channel. About ready to jump into a workout, also utilizing this thing as well. Stay tuned for some other exercise videos coming up. I got a big total gym video, literally a big total gym video coming up in the near future, probably in the weekend. I'll see you guys on the next one.